What is going on YouTube? Jason Dragonbait here, and I haven't been able to get any more matches in with my Trandsmodify Fire Fist right now. It's been a little bit hectic. School's about to start back up and everything, but I have been able to get in a few good single duels with them. So I'm going to go through and show you guys a couple of the single duels I've been having, just to show off a few more of the combos that I like to pull with the Trandsmodify Fire Fist. So the first matchup is against a Fire King deck. His opening hand was really good. He had Grunix in hand. If he easily could have searched out Yaksha with Tenki and been really set up and ready to go. My hand wasn't as great with Wolf Bark, Tank Intensen, and the double Transmodify, but it turned out to be a really good duel. So he goes Tenki into Bear, Padua is into Circle, and sets one. I was like, okay. So I draw into Bear. I was like, okay, Sun Bear, Transmodify him into Swallow. Swallow will set Tenkin. Swing over. It was Baby Grunix, so he summoned Jaksha. I was like, okay, just set the other two fire formations and pass, see what he does. So he summons Brong, makes Tiger King, puts a Tenki down, searches Tenki for another Wolf Bark, comes swing. I had Tensen, so his Tiger King lost out. I draw into Misty. I was like, okay, Misty, if he has another Tiger King play, I can Misty the Tenki. So I go into my Tiger King for my Tenki, grab Dragon, swing for all the damage, set the Mystical Space, and pass turn. So here he goes off a little bit. He goes Wolf Bark into Yaksha, circles him for the Barong. Yaksha sends Grunix. I Tenkin Tiger King right there to make sure I can get his special summoning effect off. Misty the backfield, which happened to be a bluff and pod duality, but that was okay. So Grunix comes out, blows everybody up. Tiger King effect, Brong summons out. So I summon Wolf Bark and Bear. Wolf Bark summons Bear. Summon Dragon, make Tiger King, put Tensu down. Play Tensu for Dragon's effect, set Tensen. Go into Cardinal. Right here was going to be game with Cardinal, but looking at this duel, I still hadn't summoned a second time through Tensu, so I could have easily summoned Raven, transmodified him into another Tenki, and put Bear out on the field to gain even more pluses. So he scooped right there because once Cardinal put Grunix and Brong back in the deck, the two were going to swing for game. So moving on to the next duel. Alright guys, we're back, and this is a duel I had against a Fire Fist deck. I didn't really like his build because it was running the Rabbit and the 3-axis and the 4-axis engine all in one, so I can't say as I liked it too much. He goes first turn Gorilla, tries to hip war. I Fiendish Chain because I didn't want to give him any free fire formations, so I go ahead and code his Tensen, did the Caribou Kieran combo. Kieran set Tenkin, he set Tensu, played the Tensu, summoned out Bear, got rid of his Gorilla, swung for damage, set a Tenki, and then played Tenki, grabbed Dragon, passed turn. So he summons Leopard, sends it for Tensu. Tensu summons Bear, Bear comes swing because he has the lands. So like, okay, you get a Tenki as well off all this. So then Tenki searches Gorilla. I'm not sure I would have searched Gorilla right there because this is the only mystery backfield and he knows what that is from Kieran. So I go Cardinal, put both my Tenkis back, I give him Bear and Tensu back, summon Bear, swing. He played Pinpoint Guard, so I couldn't destroy Gorilla, so I decided to set my second Tensu as a bluff, thinking he knows what this is, he'll probably go for the bluff set. He goes Cardinal. I decided to try and take him to see if he would put that back, but he didn't, so he put Bear and Kieran back, but that's fine because I saw Wolf Bark to go. I draw into Tenki, so I draw into Tenki, summon Bear. Summon out Dragon, go into Tiger King, set Tenkin. I already used up all my Tensus, otherwise I would have summoned Bear to swing through. So he draws into Fiendish Chain, sets Fiendish and Boar. I draw into Misty, I was like, okay, Misty the backfield, summon Bear, pop, and that's where he scooped there. So moving on to the next game. Alright guys, and we're back against a Bujin deck this time. The Bujin matchup is probably one of the hardest matchups for Fire Fist, especially when they have Kaiser Coliseum and better damage step tricks than Fire Fist do. So I went first. Went Tanky and Wolfbark, summoned Gorilla, set Tenzin, Misty, and Mirror Force, and passed. So he Podwise into Maxi, Night Beam, and Dark Hole. He Night Beams my Tenzin. I was like, that's fine. He summons Centipede. I just let him point for point it. Misty one field, got the Lance. I was like, okay, now I'm going to kill the second one, which happened to be Pulse. Wolf barked out Gorilla, Tiger King, put Tenki down. Tenki grabbed another Wolf Bark, swung for 2,500, set the second Mirror Force, and passed. He drawed. He sets Crow because he still can't do anything. So I go Tiger King, swing, okay, pass. So he finally draws Yamato, puts Yamato out, puts Kaiser out, Centipede pops my Geico, puts Turtle in the grave, I draw into my third Tenki, he bounces my Tiger King back, so I was like, okay, Tenki, summon Bear. At this point, I'm making him play the game where he has to protect Yamato like crazy. So every time I'm just going to pop whatever Yamato until he runs out of turtles. And thankfully for me, I keep getting fire formations to keep Bear as a tie for Yamato. So he draws into a second Yamato, comes swing, I Mirror Force it, he summons the second Yamato, puts another turtle in the grave. I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep popping you. Pop, there goes his third turtle, so I know on my next turn I have a guaranteed way of getting rid of Yamato. He plays monster slots, which was a really interesting choice. He drew into Phoenix Chain and then puts Quillen in the grave, so I was like, okay. Thankfully, he didn't standby phase me, so I was able to go off now once I got rid of that. He maxed Seed, so I was like, okay, I'm not really going to give him that many pluses. I'm just going to stop after summoning Gorilla through Wolfbark. So he draws into Crane and that, goes into Mikazuchi. Quillen pops my Gyoko. He runs into the second Mirror Force. So I make Cardinal, put back my Goyoko and my Tenki, put back his Kaiser and his Maxi. Summon out Gorilla, bring out Caribou. I wanted to force this Phoenix Chain before I went into Tiger King or anything like that. So he draws into Effect Veiler, summons Crane. I was like, okay, do you have Honest? He had Honest. I was like, okay, that's fine. Draw phase and Onslaught. At this point, it didn't really matter what he did because I knew that couldn't be a second Honest in his hand, so I just swung through for game. Not a bad matchup against the Bujin player. It was a really fun duel, and we're moving on to one more game. Alright guys, and we're back for the final duel. This was against a Harpy deck, another deck that Fire Fist can have a really big problem with if they get Harpy's Hunting Ground out early and start popping all the back row. But this was a fun little duel I had against them. It turned out to be really good. So I drove into Raven, so I was like, okay, just set Raven and Tenkin. He goes Chandler, summons out Dragon, summons Dragosack, kills Raven through battle. Raven sets Tensu. And then he sets 2 back row. Draw into Transmodify, so I go, okay, Goyoko this one, Tensu, summon both of them, Gorilla, pop the second back row, go into Tiger King, put Tenki down, summon Wolfbark. I Tenkin right here to beat over Dragosack just because I didn't want to let Dragosack stay there and maybe become a future problem, so I decided to Tenkin Tiger King and get rid of him right away. So I set Tenzin and passed my turn. So he summons Chandler, dishes, goes into Chidori. I was like, okay. I didn't activate my Tenzin because I knew Tiger King wasn't going to follow being bounced back, so I didn't want to just waste the Tenzin on that. So summon Gorilla, transmodify him, set Tenkin now so both of them are protected. Swing over a token, swing through, set Mirror Force and pass. He draws in a magical pet, so he sets both of those. I draw into Boar, so I summon Wolfbark, use Gorilla's effect even though it's negated just to clear up room. Summon Boar, summon Tiger King, Goyoko, the last backfield, and that's where he scoops. So I hope you guys enjoyed these duels I've been having. I'm going to try and get some more matches uploaded. I just need to have a little bit more time than I've been having recently. So As always, guys, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe.